What's up, team? This is Ro, your best friend at JMSB. So here I have an introduction to finance question for COMM 308, question number 17. Let's have a look. An interest rate of 15% compounded monthly is equivalent to a rate of blank compounded quarterly. So now when we're faced with this type of a question, which is kind of a popular question not just for your midterm, but also for your final, there's two different ways that you can approach it. One way is by using your finance calculator and using the interest convert worksheet to help us convert this nominal rate of 15% from one that's compounded monthly to another that is compounded quarterly but is equivalent. The alternative would be to use the equations that are offered on our formula sheet and to simply mathematically convert the offered rate into the one that is needed. So let's have a look as to how we would do this on our finance calculators. On the finance calculator, you'd simply begin by pressing second, followed by 2. Notice how on the top of the button 2, it does say iConv, and that's how you enter the interest convert worksheet. At this point, it's going to say NOM on the screen, and you're going to want to press 15, followed by enter. If you hit the down arrow until you see CY, you're simply going to press 12, followed by enter. Essentially what you're letting the calculator know is that the rate that is offered to you is a rate of 15% per annum, and that this rate is currently compounded monthly. I would continue to hit the down arrow until I see EFF, and when I see EFF on the screen, I'm simply going to press compute. At this moment, all that has happened is that we've converted the quoted rate into an effective annual rate. It is important to realize that we haven't yet answered the question simply because the question is asking for a quarterly compounded rate, not an effective annual rate. So at this point, all we're going to do is we're simply going to press the down arrow one more time, and when we see CY on the screen, we're going to press 4 followed by enter. So the idea now is to convert the annual rate into one that has quarterly compounding. So you simply press the down arrow one more time, and now when it says NOM, you simply press compute. So I'm hoping that that should be the answer that you get. It should be 15.18828%. And now that you know how to do this on the finance calculator, let's quickly have a look as to how we would do this mathematically. Mathematically, the equation that you would be using is that K is equal to 1 plus the quoted rate divided by M to the power of M over F minus 1. Now in this expression, for QR, we're going to plug in the rate that is offered to us. So we're offered a rate of 15%, and so for QR, I'll simply press 0.15. For M, we're going to put down how this rate is currently compounded. So since this is a monthly compounded rate, M is simply going to be 12. And then we would want to raise this to the power of M over F. Think of F as what you're trying to convert the rate to. So because we're trying to convert it into a quarterly rate, for F we're simply going to put 4. And then at the tail end, we're going to press minus 1. Once we've evaluated this answer, understand that the answer is going to tell you the effective periodic rate, the rate for 1 quarter. And since we want an APR, once we get that answer, we're simply going to multiply the answer by 4. So let's have a look and see that we get the same answer mathematically as we did on our calculators. So I'm simply going to go 0.15 divided by 12 plus 1. I'm going to raise that to the power of 12 divided by 4. And then we're going to minus 1 at the end. So the rate that we get as a periodic rate of interest is 0.0379707. To convert this into an APR, we're simply going to multiply that rate by 4. And notice that if you do that, you do get the exact same answer as we did initially. So 0.15188.281, or 15.188%. So there we have it. It's important to know how to convert rates throughout this course. I would recommend to know how to do these things on the finance calculator, but also to be able to do them mathematically by applying the equations that are offered. I hope this helps. Good luck with the course. Row out.